Greetings, and welcome to yet another trip to the Grindhouse. I thought tonight we would do a series that I've been more or less going back and forth on here and there. Video Nasties and Nasty Videos. And do I have a nasty video for you? Let me see. It's just my luck I put it back, didn't I? Hold on a second. Oh, here we are. The video in question, Thriller, A Cruel Picture. And yes, it is a cruel picture. This was the video that in the US markets in 74 through 80 something or other was trimmed down for some of the excessive nudity and violence. The version I've got is the unrated version, and there is definitely a reason why that was the case, because this is pretty brutal a movie. This is kind of what you would call, in my opinion, it's kind of like mixing Last House on the Left with I Spit on Your Grave, with Savage, with Naked Vengeance, and Savage Streets. So you pretty much know you're going to be getting into a rape revenge movie. And it is pretty brutal. It's a good film. Christina Lindberg, who I think sadly has passed away, she plays Frigga. And Frigga is basically this girl who, I gotta be honest, she looked, when this movie came out, I'm assuming she was of age, but she looked like 14, you know? So, it's a pretty risque just on that subject matter alone. But even going beyond that for a moment, she basically starts out, they basically show her as a little girl. She gets attacked by this dirty old man. She then grows up a little to like teenage years. She misses the bus one day. She's also mute at this point. So, due to what had happened to her, she's also mute. So, she misses the bus one day. She gets picked up by Tony. Tony is your proverbial rapist, villain, pimp, pedophile, whatever you want to call him. Which brings to mind one question I had when watching this movie is, were all the men supposed to be either A, ineffectual bags of flesh, or B, perverts? It's pretty much the case of the film, too. She has a mother and father, and there's one scene where even the father looks a little pervy. They never really explore that part, namely because when she's forced into prostitution by Tony, he writes a letter saying that it was hers, of course. He writes out her letter saying that she's, decided to move on. She doesn't want to see them again, yada, yada, yada. They kill themselves because of, the guilt and, well, I don't know, maybe not the guilt, but the fact that they lost what, is their daughter. So she finds out about it, of course, and in between, he's getting her hooked on heroin, and also he's selecting all these customers for her, and in between all that, she is saving up money. She is also training. She trains in martial arts. She trains in military combat. She trains in handling guns, car driving, and like in terms of getting away from the police, that sort of thing. So she pretty much has a pretty impressive montage of training. Meanwhile, one of the people that was working with Tony was a friend of hers. She ends up dying, of course, and there's a scene of that. They don't really show the death scene, but it's a little gruesome, the result. She finds out about her friend dying, and trying to remember her name. Sally, I think, was her name. So they killed Sally, and she basically just bides her time, gets enough money, and just basically goes Charles Bronson on everyone in the film. And this movie got a lot of controversy. At the time, it was also one of the video nasties. Hence, you know. But unlike Chaos, which I reviewed a while back under Video Nasties and Nasty Videos, I don't think that was a movie that was on the list. This movie was on the list. This movie was one of the video nasties that could get you banned, not banned, but arrested, or if you were a video distributor, either arrested or fined back in the 80s. Thank you, Margaret Thatcher. But I digress. In any event, this is definitely 42nd Street worthy. This is the 80s 42nd Street, not the Disney version that you see now. Although maybe you don't see it as much now, but that's another story. In any event, it was a brutal film. I don't show clips on these reviews, so it's just as well. But if I were to show it, I don't know if this in this day and age whether or not I'd get canceled, you know. But in any event, it was a very good movie. It is definitely up there with many rape revenge films. So, the other alternate titles are They Call Her One Eye and A Hooker's Revenge. But I think the real title is Thriller, A Cruel Picture. So, if you get the chance to ever review it, do so at your own risk. In any event, this has been the Grindhouse. And I will be doing another review, hopefully sometime either this coming week or next weekend. Until then, fare thee well.